So today we're going to be doing vector, both the normal vector and agent vector from the Tom Clancy The Division collaboration. So we're going to start off with the original vector, and before we do that, we do have to discuss the base gun itself before moving on to the attachments. So the vector in Modern Warfare 2019 is known as the Fennec, and it has the unique quality of being completely fucking worthless at everything it does. So let's just run this down real quick. It has a smaller magazine of 25 compared to the standard of 30. It has a slow fucking reload. It has a bullet velocity about 1/10 of the second slowest SMG. It's fucking terrible. It has already slower aim down sight speed than the MP5, the MP7, and the P90, despite, being worse in every other way. And not just add to that, but the attachments, the custom attachments this gun gets, they also fucking suck. So let's just go with this one right now. Talking about the normal vector, because the agent vector actually uses all three unique attachments, and I'm going to complain about that one later. But the first attachment for the normal vector would be the Ranger foregrip. Now, the Ranger foregrip is going to decrease your recoil by 17% and give you better aiming stability. Whether or not that's good in this gun, the answer is it's not. This gun's bullet velocity is so low that if aiming stability matters, it never matters on this gun. The bullet velocity is so low, if you need your sights to be steady enough to aim at somebody, you're not going to fucking hit them. You're going to be aiming above them, and at that point you can't see them because your gun's blocking them. So the Ranger foregrip, it does this job of reducing recoil, but there is one thing the Fennec has going for it, and that it's fast fire rate and it has low recoil. You see, those sound like it'd be good. Fast fire rate, low recoil. Oh, it's gonna kill fast. Well, you'd be wrong because it's slower than the MP5. So you have a gun with a smaller magazine than the MP5, less recoil though. I'll give it that. Fast fire rate, small magazine. So what does that mean? It means it reloads a lot. So once again, as the freebie, I threw in sleight of hand. Except even with sleight of hand, it just becomes average reload. It doesn't become fast. It still fucking sucks. The ISO and the Scorpion Evo have reloads that are like 3 times faster, and I don't even think I'm joking about that. They are way faster. Hell, I'm fairly sure sleight of hand on the Fennec is slower than the normal ISO and the normal Scorpion reload. That's just how shitty the stats on this gun are. But okay, let's just calm down for a bit. Oh, stippled grip tape. Now, I always talk about, stippled grip tape is a freebie. Gives you faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire, right? Sprint out time. Well, I have a complaint here. You know how much it helps sprint out time? 13 fucking milliseconds. Who the fuck is going to notice 13 milliseconds? Oh, you got a tactical sprint out time. Well, 34 milliseconds. That's actually noticeable, but tactical sprint out time is already in it's already fast. It's already 217. So 217 to 183, it makes a difference, but is it going to make that much of a difference? Probably not, because the sprint to fire speed of the stipple grip tape is actually nerfed when it comes to SMGs. So I don't actually like running stipple grip tape on SMGs because for the majority of them, it's actually pretty useless. And the same applies to the Fennec. This isn't me trying to rant on the Fennec. It's actually just me ranting about stipple grip tape on SMGs in general. It sucks. So onto the final attachment, it's an Outtake. I can't really roast an Outtake. It does exactly what it advertises to. It's well, it's an Outtake. It's a pretty nice optic. It's a very nice optic being wasted on the piece of shit that is this gun in this game. So let's move on to Agent Vector because that's pretty much the only one that's interesting to talk about. So the Vector, I'm just going to keep calling it the Vector instead of the Fennec because Fennec is a stupid fucking name. We have the custom suppressor, the ZLR Saber. We have the super long barrel, the ZLR 16-inch Apex. And then we have the final unique attachment, the 12-round hollow point mags. Okay, so this is pretty much the only reason the Vector gets used ever. And it's the only reason it's good, and it's not good. The only reason it's debatably not worse than the 1911 in this game, and that's because of the barrel and the muzzle. So I keep mentioning to you the bullet velocity and the range, right? So you have the ZLR Saber, which gives 27% range, and you have the barrel that gives 36% range. So this gun now has 73% better range. That is a really huge improvement. I'll give it that. It also has 43% better bullet velocity. Unfortunately, because it is a percentage based increase, 43% sounds like, oh, it's going to be shooting fast. It's still going to be slower than every other SMG in the game. It's going to be slower than handguns with their muzzle upgrade, not muzzle, with their slide upgraded. It still sucks. So, as much as you can pump up bullet velocity, it makes it better. It doesn't make it good. And speaking of, oh, the range and the bullet velocity is increased. Oh, it's time, right? That's the good shit. It's not the good shit. Uh, well, it would be if it weren't for the magazine attachment we're running. So we're running the 45 ACP hollow point 12 round mag. So it switches the gun to, I think it's a 2-round burst. It could be a 3-round burst. Either way, this attachment is fucking dog shit. You shouldn't use it. Now, I do think it allows you to one burst, which is okay. But you're wondering, like, okay, well, why is it so bad? Is it because the magazine is small? No. The reason why the 45 round hollow points, or I'll just call them the hollow points, is so bad is because it makes your bullet velocity even worse. Now you may be wondering, oh well, the Modern Warfare developers, they're smart, they're not stupid. It's not gonna be that bad. It's that fucking bad. With both of those bullet velocity and range increasing attachments on this gun, it's worse with the hollow points on than the normal Fennec. It's even slower. It's terrible. God, it's like, oh, it's a DMR now with all this range and the bursting, right? Well, too fucking bad. Like, I'd rather use this thing in single fire mode, and even then, the bullets are traveling at the pace of a fucking snail. Like, I honestly fairly sure I could like find my fucking 1-year-old cousin who crawls on his knees. I could stand 10 meters away from him, fire at him with this gun, and this motherfucker would be able to just outrun my bullets. That's how slow this fucking gun is. It is stupid slow. That I don't know why the developers gave it such a slow bullet velocity. You know what's important part of using a gun? Hitting your fucking target. So, what happens when your bullet velocity is this low? Oh, I can't hit your fucking target. So it's a worthless fucking gun. God, this thing's such a piece of shit. Like, they really did the Vector a disservice. It's a great gun, but in this game, it's just fucking ass. Anyway, we got the PBX7 or the PBX Holo 7 sight. If you're wondering what that is, that's actually a Leopold holographic sight. It's an extremely high quality Gucci optic. Unfortunately, just like the Outtake, it's being wasted on this. Well, I've already called it dog shit. I don't know. Should I call it cow shit, chicken shit? Every other type of shit underneath the sun could be used to describe what this weapon is. Oh, it also has the aim down sight stock, the Forge Tech CQS. Oh, you know how much of a difference it makes? A whole attachment slot dedicated to 8 milliseconds faster aim down sight speed. That's not even a fucking 60th of a second. That is useless. Just like this whole fucking gun. I understand I've been negative this entire video, but I mean, honestly, the reason I'm angry is I'm fresh off recording gameplay. Right. Every fucking match where I tried to use this gun was ass. I got my ass handed to me like a newcomer to UFC. And by newcomer, I mean like if you got a high school kid fresh out of graduation, never fought, you put him against the world's best, you're gonna see that motherfucker get his ass beat. They might put that shit on live leak. That's what it was like. I have the skill. I'm decent at the game. I'm not terrible. I know I'm not terrible, but this gun is so bad that it turns me from being an above average player to a fucking lobotomized cancer patient in a wheelchair with her arms bound trying to control the game using telepathy that doesn't exist. There is zero reason to use this gun. Sorry that I'm being negative, but I really fucking hated making the gameplay for this video. It reminds me why I never use this gun. You shouldn't either, but at least you know how to cosplay it now. Next video will probably be on a way more positive note. I'll probably be able to have good games. I'll be able to enjoy myself. Yeah, the next video will probably be on the MCX, which is my most used gun in the game, and probably my favorite in the game, outside of the AUG.